Is my screen visible? Hello, can anyone confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
okay, thanks. So yesterday, some of you asked, how do we pass command line arguments into code blocks? So this is my Linux machine, which is set up. We have a code block. But to do a better display, I log into this machine from my MacBook and run. So log into my machine, then I would run a code blocks. You're able to see my code block window.
Yes, sir.
So now question is, how do you want to pass command line arguments and how do you run a debug program? And let's say we create a file. So first you do new project. So click on file, new, select project. In the project, you select console application. Say go there, select C and not C++. Click on next, give a project title, PSP, let's say 01, or I can say PSP CMD, arc, some name. Click on next, finish. And you got this blank window. Here you have sources, mains, double click main, and that's the argument you basically get. Now, if I want to pass a command line argument, let's say I want to do two basic computations. You select project. In project, you see about fifth or sixth option called set program arguments. Click this. Second window, program arguments. Let's say my first parameter is 10. Second parameter is 5. I give 10 space 5. Okay. Now these becomes my command line arguments. Let's say I want to do sum and display of these two numbers. So I would say here int argc. Again, I said when you get into details of pointers or functions, we'll talk about what all these arrays and pointers would mean. But currently, you can assume this is the way to be used. Then we have the two numbers. So let's declare int first, int second, int result, and I get the first argument first is equal to, since it's a alphabetic parameter string, convert into integers. So argv first argument which we pass as 10, semicolon second, now both first and second are integers. Let's say I want to do result, so I can say result is equal to first star second. That's I'm doing multiplication, and I want to display the result. So I would say printf result, or I can say multiplication of first number with second number is equal to third number, the result, and then you put a new line. And since I have 3 arguments, first one, second one, and the result, I need to pass 3 arguments here, first, second, and result. Let's say I save this. Can anybody point out what is the error in this I'm doing? When you write this program, if I compile it, you'll get an error, compilation error. So what you need to do is to build and click on build here. You'll basically see an error here. It gives you error mainly because, can anybody make out what the error is here? It says expected semicolon.
Semicolon.
Semicolon, sir.
Yeah, semicolon is missing, so correct it. Then you do a build again. You build. Now build is successful. You run now. And now when you run this program, if I can make smaller window so that you will be able to see my. Anyway, let it be there, that's okay. So if I run it, you'll probably see a window will pop up. You'll get the answer. So I can basically say run, and something will come up. And you see basically multiplication of 10 with 5 is equal to 50. And that way, now how do we debug? Thing doesn't work. Let's say, for example, my question is, I wanted to basically get division. So I would say int result, and I would say divided by second, and I change my command line arguments. Let's say 20, 30, and let's say 7. Okay, now when I run it, I'm dividing, and I see that, so I first compile it, save it, do a compile, fine, now do a run. My answer is 4, but I expected 4.2 something. Then I want to debug what is going wrong, why it doesn't work. You should be able to debug, and debug means you should be able to set a breakpoint. So I want to trace line by line what is to be done. So whichever line you want to start tracing with, select that line, keep the cursor there, right click, and you'll see a second option called toggle breakpoint. That means when you run the program, it's going to stop there. And then you see what could be happening. Then how do we do that? Rather than doing a build and run, here we would click, this is my debug arrow. You can say debug and continue. So when I put a debug, click, you'll see the cursor would come. And it has basically stopped here. As you can see this arrow marker, that means my program is stopping here right now. This called it watch window. You can see what these values are in the program. How do you get it? Let me close this. How do you get the watch window to see all the variables? You can basically go to debug, and you'll see debug windows and watches. So let me do again. Select debug windows, select watches. And you see a watch window will come in, and you can see the value. So right now, if you look at value, first happened to be something, second happened to be 0, result happened to be 0, because we're not trained in CLS. I want to look at line by line what is happening. I just want to execute the first line. So the different windows, if you look at third option in debug windows, next line, if I click on this, it will execute one line when I get there. Since my first argument was 30, I see my first value was 30. Again, go there. So the next line, click on this, it execute next line, and second has become 7. Now execute third line, click there again, next line, and see it is 4, but expected 4.2. Now to figure what is going wrong, and then you realize that this should be float and not integer, and that could be a problem. And here, so I need to display percentage %f, and that's what I need to do. So I can abort this continuation. I abort this, and then I build again, build is successful. Now I know that I do a debug. I come here, run it. And you can see I know till this time is fine. So my problem was here. So I can basically select this line, set a breakpoint. Go ahead, please. Any questions? Ask me, I can repeat so that you should understand how does CodeBuilder debugging works. So right click on the line, like I'm right clicking on the print and select toggle breakpoint. Now, if I were to, either I can go line by line here like I'm doing here, or I can click the debug continue. So it will straightway come from line 10 to line 14. Let me debug continue. And now you can see still you have a problem. Result is 4 and not 4.2 something. Any guesses what could be the reason? Even though the result is a float, but it's still showing me result as 4. And so if I execute this, you'll see the answer in my debug window. Is 4.0, but it should have been 4.2. Any thoughts what could be happening? Anyone? I made my result as float. I expected to be 4.2, but I still see 4.0. Any thought what could be happening here? Anybody? Vineet?
Yes, sir.
What could be happening here? Why it is not showing me 4. Even though I declared this as float? Any thoughts? Or anybody else? Sai Neha?
Yes, sir.
What could be happening? Why this is 4.0 and not 4.2? I'm telling you how to debug the program, because this is the problem you face quite often. Don't do a guesswork. Sudeep, Nilanjan, anybody, just try to understand what could be happening. I'm trying to help you understand how do you debug and avoid time. That's the focus. So you need to develop debugging skill. Nilanjan, Nabiha, Anyone? Is the problem clear? What's the problem we are dealing with? Hello? Jayashree? Sahana? Yes, Sahana, can you answer? What is the problem we are facing?
Sir?
What is the problem I'm discussing? You can keep your mic on. I expected my answer to be 4.2 something, but I'm getting only 4.0. Even though I declared result to be float. No one, anyone like to make a guesswork?
Sir, before the percentage F, we are supposed to add value like 4.2 or something like that.
No,
Like
that
6
only
point.
controls the display. That will only tell me how many digits to display. It doesn't change the value.
Okay.
If I say percentage, let's 4.2F, it will keep only 2 decimal points. So percentage only for displaying the value, not for changing the value. But this value is 4. You can limit the display, but value doesn't change. Good attempt. Any other thoughts? Actually, sorry if I'm sounding or spell incorrectly.
Sir, should we convert multiplication into quotient in printf?
Like what? I mean, like what? Can you tell me what is that we should do?
I don't know, I'm just guessing it. Like just replace multiplication with
but
quotient of percentage
so
D
there
with
is no
percentage.
multiplication. This is here. It is a division here, not a multiplication. I'm doing a division here.
It's not giving you the remainder.
But I don't want remainder. See, it is a floating point. When you do 30 by 7, what do you get?
Sir,
30 by 7 will
printf
give you
statement has
4.2.
multiplication instead of division.
Where is the multiplication and division printf statement? Can you tell me where is the multiplication in the in this statement? Oh, see, this is, oh, you are talking about this. I can write anything. This is only a text. Whatever you write, I can say whatever. So that will display only the verbose here. There's only verbose part of it. I'm more bothered about this answer. So let me run it. Answer math operation. It doesn't really change that much. So let me set a toggle breakpoint again here. About this. Compile this. Now run it.
Sir, you are given carry RGB after the main function.
Yes.
Sir, should we take the second number also as
So what is
float?
this here? That is the point.
Sir,
You
should
got,
we take
you hit
all
the
the
nail on the
numbers
head.
at sir?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Since I am dividing two integers,
Take it float.
this will basically give me integer answer and then convert to float. So either I should convert into the float part, or I can do is convert this into float, say 1.0 star conversion. If I'm dealing with float, the moment you put this will become a floating point and I'll get my answer. So let's run this. Run. Run. This, and now you transfer it. So as the same is to show you how to set the command, you can go on a printf. So again, project, program, argument, values, play with it. Toggle points. If you know that you are always correct here, again right click. So if it is not there, it will set a breakpoint. A breakpoint is it will remove, and that's the way you can. So use code block as a to debug properly, look at the values. So any question using code? Any questions? That we started yesterday. I given three integers, find the max. I try to do it, give me the logic. Give the three integers, logic would be.
Sir, your voice is lagging.
I'm saying given, can you see the screen? Hello? Can you hear me? Hear me?
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Okay, network seems to be fine now. Maybe some network issue occasionally. Can you hear me now? I'll try to speak a bit more slowly. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, so question is, I asked you yesterday to solve these problems. I tried writing program or building logic for these problems. And three integers, finding the max. Can you write the logic of given three integers, three values, let's say three integers are A, B, and C, how do you find the max? Can somebody write the logic? You can share the screen. Tell me, I'll enable you to share the screen and what you have written. I'll stop sharing the screen and anybody can share the screen. Show me what you have done. I'm looking at a plain logic and not necessarily the program. The question is, given three numbers A, B, and C, what is the logic you would use to if you've not tried it, try it now, next 3 minutes, and give me the answer. You can discuss among yourself and tell me the logic. Well, Chetan, Chirag, are you guys there? Or you simply sign in and go away?
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me the logic of how do you find max of three numbers? Okay, Ekant,
Sir,
yeah, tell me how do you find max of three numbers? What's the logic you would use? Yeah, you can.
Sir, you're lagging.
Please share and let's discuss. But I want you to give the answer.
Sir, could you please repeat the question once again?
Sir, your video is stuck.
How do you find max? Don't worry, I'm not sharing my screen. Sharing my screen.
Sir, your voice is lagging so much.
That's why I'm trying to speak a bit slowly. I'm saying I shared the slide yesterday. I've given the few questions. First question was given three numbers. Number one is A, number two is B, number three is C. How do you find the maximum of three numbers? Can you give me the logic? Forget about the program.
By using if else statements.
Can you show me the logic? Share the screen and show me the logic. A good
Yes, sir.
approach, yes.
Yes, sir. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, I have a idea for the logic. Not sure if it'll work though.
Tell me. Which is
Okay.
fine. We are discussing that. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're trying to find the maximum of 3 numbers. We can assign a variable
Yes.
called maximum, and then we can just assign that variable for the
Mhm.
first value that has been entered.
Okay. So we'll
And
say max
then
is
you
equal to
will,
A, which is
yeah,
fine.
suppose, yeah, max is equal to A. And then you will compare max with B. If max is
Right.
lesser than B, then max will be B.
Okay.
After that, putting one more
Yes.
if
Okay.
condition, saying if max is lesser than C,
Mhm.
then max will be equal to C.
Mhm.
Now, at least
That
any one
will
of these will
work.
be a positive. So just
That
print
will work.
max.
Yeah. That will work. Simple logic. So this will work. Now, can you give me the print the max? So now what you're doing is A, B, and C, and you brought in the fifth variable, the fourth variable max. This is the one approach, which is good approach, and that would work. Same way, if you want to find a min, you can take the same approach, assign min as the first variable A, then say if min is greater than B, then min is B. If min is greater than C, min is C, and print min. That also would work fine. Which is fine. Now, you are sharing the screen, I'm still waiting.
Sir, is it visible?
It is coming up, but not yet. Yeah, it is visible. Your screen is visible, but I don't see your logic part.
Okay.
Yeah, now it is visible. It's gone away. Did you remove this screen sharing? It's simply gone away. Let it be there so that I can comment upon and tell you what could be happening. 3 parameters are A, B, and C, which is fine. You are saying first is equal to second, or first. So which question is this? Are you attempting?
So this is the comparing 3 integers and seeing which is the maximum of them.
So why is the first line, why are you comparing for equal? Is first equal to second? What would that give you?
If I say first is equal to second, say if I give 2, 2, and
Yeah.
1,
Mhm.
gives me an invalid input because I want 3 different values. I'm assuming that the...
Did we say that? No, so requirement may not be 3 different integers. If I were to give you 2, 2, and 2, max is still 2. Okay. So if 3
Okay.
different one, then you can say yes, it is invalid input. But they need not be different, they could still be the same. Does not matter.
So should I remove
If you
this?
need to check, there has to be unique. So you don't really need this. So don't have to compare for equality. And now, as I said, if you look at readability, you have no spaces. So first is equal to second, and at least put a space before and after. So the program becomes more readable. Okay, it becomes more readable. If first is greater than second and first is greater than third, the largest number is first, which is fine. You're doing same thing for second, doing same thing for third, which is fine too. Can we do a little better? Now let me say, so please start Nilanjana, and then I'll do that sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
If first is greater than second, I'm giving a simple logic. Then we look at the syntax part of it. That means first is bigger than second, second cannot be the largest. Then I can do inside if first is greater than third, that means first is the largest. Else, if you look at here, first is greater than second, that means first is bigger, first is not greater than third, that means third is greater than first, and first is already greater than second, then print third. So this is for this block. So if you want to put in a block, this becomes this first block. Else, if first is not greater than second, that means second is greater than first. Then we would say if second greater than third, then print second, else print this also would give the answer. So there were less comparisons and otherwise number of more answers. So in this case, first is not the maximum, so that cannot come. Only second or third could be the maximum. If second is greater than third, and that's what you do that. Now you want to look at the syntax. Syntax wise, I can basically say if f and same way you can do the other part. Am I- Is this logic clear or somebody has doubt about this logic? This would work for your max. Any doubts about this part? Hello? Any questions about this max part?
No, sir.
So this is what now, this is the first question we did. Let's look at the second question. Given three integers, can I print them in ascending order? So the numbers given to you as 10, 5, and 12. What should be printing is 5, 10, and 12. Numbers given to you are 10, 12, and 7. Then should be printing 7, 10, and 12. Using the same logic, how do you modify this program? You can assume all three numbers are unique. Let's assume for the moment. So it doesn't really matter. So what would my order be? Order, I can say percentage D, comma percentage D, comma percentage D. So what should appear here? At this point, which is the smallest number?
First one.
Can you do something? You only know that second is less than first. You also know less than first. But you do not know whether third is less than second or second is less than third. At this point, I only know first is max. But I do not know which is the smallest. Is second is smallest or third is smallest? Because only then I can put in the order. So you have to do comparison between second and third. Otherwise, you won't be able to do that.
So I use the previous logic itself and have typed out the program. Is that also possible?
Done for today. So try to write logic for the remaining part of the question I given you, and we'll discuss those on Monday. Let me repeat. Please try to work out the logic on the remaining questions which I've given you, and we'll discuss that on Monday. If any, please let me know. Otherwise, we can drop out. Any questions, please? Any questions?
Sir, will you share this video, the class in YouTube today?
Yeah, I would. Every recording
Yes.
is, every lecture is recorded, and I'll upload it so that you can see that in the how do I play the code blocks. Yes, but I'll share by end of the day. That's okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.